Hi there, thank you again for watching my videos, and today we're gonna talk about the stimulus bill and the president. All right, so Congress has been working on this bill for 7 months. Last week it passed both houses of Congress and it was sent to the president for a signature to make it law. This is a huge spending bill. A lot of bad things in it. So the president receives it at the desk, and then he says, like, I want the stimulus check to be $2,000 or even $4,000 instead of $600. So he threatens, like, I may not sign this thing, okay? And this is Trump at best. Trump, the negotiator. I don't know if we can call him that. So listen to what it characterizes what is in the bill. And I think this was written was written on his behalf, and he had to read, and then he said, "Oh my God, I don't know." Here is the president.
Throughout the summer, Democrats cruelly blocked COVID relief legislation in an effort to advance their extreme left-wing agenda and influence the election. Then, a few months ago, Congress started negotiations on a new package to get urgently needed help to the American people. It's taken forever. However, the bill they are now planning to send back to my desk is much different than anticipated. It really is a disgrace.
So the bill that they've sent him, apparently he didn't know what was inside, and he says it's a disgrace, and it's a different bill than I expected.
Example, among the more than 5,000 pages in this bill, which nobody in Congress has read because of its length and complexity.
I agree with the president. Nobody has read it. More than 5,000 pages, and they had to scramble through a few hours, so they didn't read, and it's a disgrace.
It's called the COVID relief bill, but it has almost nothing to do with COVID. This bill contains $85.5 million for assistance to Cambodia, $134 million to Burma, $1.3 billion for Egypt and the Egyptian military, which will go out and buy almost exclusively Russian military equipment, $25 million for democracy and gender programs in Pakistan, $505 million to Belize, Costa Rica, El Salvador, Guatemala, Honduras, Nicaragua, and Panama, $40 million for the Kennedy Center in Washington, D.C.
That's a lot of money. A lot of foreign money.
Which is not even open for business. $1 billion for the Smithsonian, and an additional $154 million for the National Gallery of Art. Likewise, these facilities are essentially not open. $7 million for reef fish management, $25 million to combat Asian carp, $2.5 million to count the number of amberjack fish in the Gulf of Mexico, a provision to promote the breeding of fish in federal hatcheries, $3 million in poultry production technology, $2 million to research the impact of down trees, $566 million for construction projects at the FBI. The bill also allows stimulus checks for the family members of illegal aliens, allowing them to get up to $1,800 each.
So illegal aliens he's gonna get stimulus checks. We can go up to the amount the president is mentioning. It's a pretty bad bill, right? That's why he's mad. Let's continue.
This is far more than the Americans are given. Despite all of this wasteful spending and much more, the $900 billion package provides hardworking taxpayers with only $600 each in relief payments. And not enough money is given to small businesses, and in particular restaurants, whose owners have suffered so grievously. They were only given a deduction for others to use in business their restaurant for 2 years. This 2-year period must be withdrawn, which will allow the owners to obtain financing and get their restaurants back in condition. Congress can terminate it at a much later date, but 2 years is not acceptable. It's not enough. Congress found plenty of money for foreign countries, lobbyists, and special interests, while sending the bare minimum to the American people who need it. It wasn't their fault. It was China's fault, not their fault.
But
I'm asking Congress.
where were you when this was being crafted? You had the Secretary of Treasury representing you in the negotiating this bill. Why are you upset now? And
Is to amend this bill and increase the ridiculously low $600 to $2,000 or $4,000 for a couple. I'm also asking Congress to immediately get rid of the wasteful and unnecessary items from this legislation and to send me a suitable bill, or else the next administration will have to deliver a COVID relief package, and maybe that administration will be me.
that's classic Trump. At the end, he has to throw that in there. I think it wasn't only probably in the speech. You have to throw that administration. Maybe me, could be me, okay? That's classic Trump. He knows he has lost the elections. He's still in denial. He's so angry, and he just had to throw that in.
And we will get it done. Thank you very much.
All right, so that's our president. So tell me what you think. After all this, he spends a weekend in Florida at his resort. And yesterday, he signs a damn bill that he called the disgrace. So for all you Trump supporters, how do you feel? Do you feel betrayed? Oh, it doesn't matter. Whatever Trump says goes. He says he's going to ask Congress to get a different bill. He didn't. He said that you veto the bill, then you send it back, or you signed the damn bill, and you did sign it. So I don't want to hear you complain. I don't want to hear Trump supporters complain. You've been screwed. You've been conned. And your president has signed the bill. And Congress, the session for this year is about to end next weekend. So welcome, Joe Biden. I don't know if you can get anything done, but I just wanted to do a video about this, the flip-flop and what has happened. Okay, leave me a comment, guys, and tell me what you think. I appreciate you watching. Make sure you subscribe and make sure you watch other videos that I have. All right, thank you.